Taurus or Taurus cross watcher, thank you guys for being here with me today, my loves. Again, I feel like we're finally back in sync together, and I mean we as in Aries and Taurus. Usually it's like us, we keep in sync. At least for me, it's been when I've been doing these messages, it's like Taurus and Aries have been very connected at least the past month. It's really interesting, and I feel it again today because what I'm picking up in yours, I just finished Aries, and I'm like, this is similar. But it almost feels like somebody wants to start over with you. It's like, can we start over from the beginning? Like, let's just forget everything else. Let's just reintroduce ourselves. This could be anyone, guys. If you're in a relationship, it could be like, let's start over. Let's really work on this. Let's rebuild. Rebuild. That's a big one. And I'm hearing people like hammer in the background. You probably don't hear it. It's like construction. You hear that? But it's like, let's rebuild. I want to rebuild. I want to start over. If it's someone from the past that maybe you and them never dated or anything, I don't know what happened. Somebody somewhere wants to rebuild, unless this is you, Taurus or Taurus cross watcher. You can also reverse this though. So it's kind of, do we title it rebuild? Rebuild with me, brick by brick, block by block, stone by stone. Let's start completely over. Let's reintroduce ourselves. Like, it doesn't feel hot and heavy. It doesn't feel anything like, you know, what it feels like is kind of let's start from the very beginning. A very good place to start. When we read, we begin with A, B, C. When we sing, we begin with Do, Re, Mi. The first three letters just happen to be Do, Re, Mi. Do, Re, Mi. I don't know, maybe something to do with music here, music or learning music or music lessons, or somebody here plays or like twiddles with it, like a guitar, or like wants to learn it or something. Somebody's wanting to learn an instrument here, wanting to learn music, either you or them. Anyway, let's start at the very beginning. Let's start from the beginning. That's what it feels like. You know what I mean? I want to start over. Is it possible though? On your end, unless it's totally reversed, guys, my eye's been doing this twitchy thing too. It could be a masculine, because I got that in Aries, and the right side of the body is masculine. So it could be a masculine here that's hoping to or thinking about, hey, let's just start over. I want to start over. Maybe there's been some sort of, you guys have been on the outs with each other, or maybe it hasn't been between you and them, but maybe there was a third energy involved and you were on the outs with that person, and so it kind of fucked up the connection that y'all had. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it wasn't even anything that happened between you and this actual individual. Could be that somebody else got in the fucking way. Like a third party really fucking intervened. I don't know who the third party was, whether it was romantic, on your side, their side, somebody from work, anybody. It's just somebody got in the way. They got in someone's ear, or they caused a lot of drama, or maybe they lied a lot. I don't know what somebody did. Doesn't matter. They're not in the picture anymore. It's like, let's build on a connection that we can build without this person involved. That's for some of you. That's very specific, and I'm getting confirmation like a yes, yes, yes. Let's build a connection. Some of you need to build a connection with somebody, rebuild, but from you and them getting to know each other without whoever the fuck was involved that one of y'all knew, and that's how y'all met each other through. You see what I'm saying? Get involved without this person. Don't have this person at all. They don't even have to know, unless it's like I don't know, maybe y'all want to tell them. It's just, that's up to y'all. But some of you can rebuild with somebody that had really nothing to do with the third energy, as far as like how another person sees you or vice versa. Doesn't fucking matter. It's irrelevant. It's like the two of you have something, or y'all could have a good friendship. You could have a good romantic connection. You could be like best friends that lead into romance. Whichever way, but without this other person involved. And I feel like they need to stay the fuck out. Like, I feel, you see how I keep doing this? It feels like this is going to sound really mean, guys. They're a person too. They are a person. But I think it's best if they stay away, because their energy between whatever could happen here would be a nuisance. They're very miserable in their own life. Like, I pick up on a very miserable individual here, that by them being around or having any knowledge or any kind of say-so between you and another person starting over, having your own connection aside from this person, they would completely filth it. Like, they're like a toxic, like almost like a, what do you call that? Like a parasite almost. Like, what's that called? Like when you have a tick and they're on something, and then not the host, but the parasite? I guess it is. Like, they're kind of like, and I hate saying that about a person, you know what I mean? But their energy is like that. I'm sorry. It's like an energy vampire. They're not happy in their own life. See how they're taking over now? I'm not going to let this person take over this message. It's not about them. There's something, like you met a person and it wasn't on coincidence. You were meant to meet a person. And let's say it's not a person. There could be something that's been in between you and another person. It's like, let's get rid of the internet. Let's meet in person. Let's get rid of the job and meet outside the job. Let's talk, let's sit down when there's nobody else around, or when we don't have this third energy involved. Like I said, the internet, a job, or an actual person or something, right? Let's, like, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing people in jail, one person, and they're behind like that glass talking to each other, and it's like, let's get to know each other now that you're out of jail or something like that. But it could just be a figure of speech, like now that someone is no longer in the picture, or now that something is no longer in the picture, we can get to know each other on a real level, and let's just start over. Because I feel like, you know, or now that you're not trying to apply here and I'm not going to be your boss, or the potential of being your boss, or now that I don't work here, I can get to know you, or now that I'm not married anymore, I can get to know you. Because I feel like we met for a reason, and I feel like we have something special between us. Guys, let me pause this. My daughter's calling me. I have to make sure that there's no like emergency or something. I'll be right back. All right, let's resume. So that was actually something really important my daughter wanted to tell me. It wasn't about her, but it was very important. I was like shocked, actually. I don't take anything as a coincidence, guys, ever. So listen, somebody here, unless it's you, may want to connect with someone and be like, look, you're really not going to like what I have to tell you, but I have to tell you something. It may not even be about you. It may be about someone else, like something that they want to tell you about, maybe this third party. Okay, this happened for a reason, that my daughter just told me what she just told me. And it is not good. It's not good for somebody. So I feel like someone wants to tell you something, that somebody may want to reconnect and be like, look, I want to start over. I want to prove. It's almost like proving themselves to you in a way. Maybe that's not their intention to like prove their loyalty to you, but it will prove someone's loyalty to you when and if the two of you can start over and realize that the two of you are not enemies, and or the two of you maybe just needed more time together, or aside from whatever this third energy was, whether it's a person or not. And then one of you is going to tell the other one something that's going to be very shocking. 100% it's going to be shocking. It may even be a secret, or it was something that was secret, but it ain't secret now. And it's going to be like the two of you will be able to heal from this, or you'll be able to move forward. It's definitely going to be some sort of secret. It may even make someone sick here, like nauseous to hear. You may be nauseous to hear something. Somebody gets caught doing something. Somebody gets caught with something. I don't know what somebody gets caught doing, but you're going to find out about it, vice versa. You could come towards somebody and be like, look, I want to tell you something. Maybe you share information that you both have with each other. If you both have the same information or similar, or it's like you and another person are going to be able to not only grow a connection, grow in a friendship, possibly grow romantically. I don't know. It could come from this, because trust will be established once somebody comes forward and says, look, I don't have any problem with you. I just want to tell you something that I think you should know. And it's like, I think you should know this. Somebody's loyalty here is going to show somebody, you know, even if it's not coming to somebody directly, if it's just like putting it out there, someone's going to be like, I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that, because it raised a red flag. It really, I don't know, it really struck a chord with me, and I started paying closer attention, and lo and behold, you were actually right. And I want you to know that this is what's really been going on, or something, like you helped me, or something like that. Like the message is shifting majorly, but not in a bad way. It's still the same message. Like you and another person are going to establish a stronger connection. You're going to start completely over. Maybe the two of you even thought that maybe you didn't like each other, or they didn't like you, you didn't like them, something, because of other people butting their fucking nose in or lying. I feel like there was a lot of lies here, and there was somebody who was able to kind of weasel their way in, or keep two people from getting to know each other, being friends even, innocently, getting close, or being romantically involved. Like whatever way, it's because this person, and something's going to be found out about this third energy. I truly believe there will be information found out about a third person. This can go a million ways. You know, in some way, this could be someone's ex. Information that is found out about someone's ex, or about someone that does something that is highly inappropriate. Could be a masculine. Okay, because my eye was twitching, and it's not twitching anymore. It is definitely being seen. It is being seen. It's being found out. It could be something that was It's like somebody's gonna have to like really, I don't know, I feel like you and another person are gonna be able to talk about another person, and maybe you're both kind of shocked, just like, wow. And then you're going to be glad that this person, like, neither of you are close to this person, or neither of you know this person well, or neither of you are close to this person anymore if you were before or did know them well. You know, I mean, this could be sad for some because it even could be a family member. It could be sad for some because it could be just a situation that's highly unfortunate. It's like, damn, I hate that this is the case. Like, I hate that, you know. Could even be that someone comes to you or vice versa and says, hey, I think you should know that these people have been saying these things about you when you're not around, or they've been doing these things, or they've been using your images online and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. Somebody could even get arrested here. Like, this could be fucking bad. I hope this isn't somebody doing some fucked up shit against, like, let's just say this. This could be something not so serious, you know, but I don't think so. I'm not going to say that. I think it's very serious, but it's nothing you should worry about necessarily because the person's getting in trouble for it, and it has nothing to necessarily do with you. Some of you it will, but others of you it doesn't. It's just something you're going to find out about someone, and you may be like, wow, I think it's going to be serious, because what my daughter told me was very serious, but it wasn't, again, about her or me or anything. It was about something from school. Like, it's about as bad as it could get. That bad. Okay? And you know how, like, I'm going to use an example. Let's say it's an indirect thing where maybe even somebody wasn't, like, set on you, and maybe you post videos, right? And maybe you got a message that wasn't really, you know, it was less than desirable. It was really hard for someone to hear, but something about it struck a chord. It, like, stuck with somebody, right? And it's been playing in their mind. So this person's been doing their due diligence. I'm hearing Jill or something to do with J, but to find out information on somebody, because they're like, I don't know why, like, I don't know if I even really like this. Maybe even somebody was trying not to like you, maybe because of another person, what they were saying, and I don't know. But because of something you said, even if they didn't like it at first, it stuck with them. So they were watching a person closely after that, and lo and behold, you were fucking right. Like, let's say that's just an example. So they come back to you and say, I want to tell you something. And then you strike up, like, you starting all over, right? You don't even know this person from anywhere, but because they come to you with this now, and it's not really involving you, but you find out about something that's awful, and you're going to be like, wow, well, I'm glad I could help. You know what I mean? And then you two become friends. Like, they trust you from then on out, and you're happy that they came and told you this, and that they see you in that light instead of judging you. You know what I mean? It could be someone where, like, maybe you dated someone, or somebody that you know dated someone, and then when they didn't work out, the person that you knew first, no matter how you knew him, could have been a friend, could have been a family member, whatever, they come to you and they're talking all kinds of shit and just painting a whole narrative about the other person. But at first you liked this person, and then you started to not like them because you sided with the person that you know. And or maybe you took their side and you're like, really, what an awful person, blah blah blah. I mean, I'm just giving an example. But then lo and behold, you come to find out eventually that the person that you actually knew, the one you met this individual through, is actually a liar, and you find out a lot of shit about them, and they get busted for something, and you're like, wow, the whole time you're making the other person look bad. So you end up breaking a connection with the person that you knew the longest and striking up a new friendship or something that could lead into a romance for some with this other person, who at first you didn't know how to take them and what to think about, you know? Let's say you and a person met, and you were applying for a job or something, right? And it was like, wow, you guys really struck each other. I keep getting struck a chord, struck. Something to do with striking, or, you know, striking. Yeah. It could be that shocking. When I think of strike, I think of shocking, you know, or alluring or whatever. Two people could have struck up through work somehow. Let's say it doesn't have to be applying for a job, but through work, two people met. But then you have this third energy, whether, like, let's say one person was in a relationship and that one had a lot to say and was like, oh no, that person just blah, 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 don't hire them, you know? So then they don't hire them, or they don't, something to do with work, guys. Like, people got involved, or they made I get lies. Somebody here said exactly what they knew how to say to keep two people from getting to know each other, or keep two people apart from each other, or to make someone look bad. They lied, though. It's just a lie. But eventually it comes out, somebody sees the truth, and then two people are able to move forward. but it's going to be from the very ground up. It's going to be from the very beginning. Okay? Remember? Let's start from the very beginning. I feel like doing my lip like this, like Elvis. A very good place to start. When we read, we begin with A, B, C. Let's start from the beginning. I'm going to go in order. I'm going to tell you from the very beginning. Like, I feel like someone's going to be like, no, I need you to see this. I need you to know exactly what I'm looking at here. And maybe even somebody comes with some sort of proof. Like, they're going to be able to show something to somebody or prove it to them. Like, look at this. Like, this could actually be really bad. I don't get that it's bad for you. I don't get that it's bad for the other person. But it's going to be bad for somebody. Really, really bad. It's going to look awful on somebody. You hear my cats? But alright guys, that's what I'm getting. I really like this message. I like it a lot. It feels like a lot of trust is going to be established from this, and two people are going to be able to move forward. Whether in a friendship, reconnecting, connecting in general, maybe for the first time, or even like eventually something that could lead to love. It doesn't feel like love initially though. But if there is that undertone, it will definitely grow to that, because trust is a big thing here, right? It's one of the biggest things in relationships, and that's going to be established off the jump once this information is shared and given. It's something that is appalling. It's awful. I'm going off of what I just heard from my daughter. It's absolutely fucking awful. Like, wow. It's definitely going to raise some brows. It's going to be like, I don't know. If it's bad enough, you guys may be able to like lean on each other, be there for each other. You know, it's going to be really fucked up. It's going to completely, whatever somebody finds out, it's going to make someone never turn back around. It's going to make someone, like, something could be completely like, I don't know, somebody's cover could get completely blown here, especially depending on how like bad they did something. I'm going to throw this out there real quick. If any of you have hired a private investigator, they could finally come through with some information. Now, this is going to be like business, right? They're going to come through with some information and be like, okay, I'm going to show you the proof of who created these fake accounts about you. They get the IP addresses. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've got a private investigator. You have to, especially when you're in business, because people like to make fake accounts and act like they're you and try to ruin your name. But you get a private investigator, they can find out who these people are and trace it back. So maybe someone's like private investigator comes through and finally comes through with the information and says, hey, I found out, and then that's it, and you can press charges. See what I'm saying? Information, there's proof. And then somebody can get, I'm hearing, prosecuted. This is bad enough that someone's going to get prosecuted. It's bad. What my daughter told me, someone's been prosecuted for it. It's really bad. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.